She said out loud in a crowd, "No justice, no peace. Those vests aren't going to protect you. I ain't afraid to die for the black. Are you afraid to die for the blue? That's just a job. This is my life, man." Now, those words, maybe not in that exact order, the state decided those were death threats. And that's why this is so important, because this would not be a case to be talking about if Miss Martin were not Black. They charged her with inciting a riot, and they charged her with threatening the lives of police officers times 5. Later, they added that charge. And then much later, they added the charge of high and aggravated nature. When they call it a high and aggravated crime, that usually means that something so heinous, so horrible, so horrific and out of step with the world occurred. Miss Martin has been charged with what essentially is a little lesser than a manslaughter charge in South Carolina for talking. She had no weapons. She committed no violence. She yelled, she walked the streets. That's it. Video after video. There's never a hand raised by her. There's never an officer pushed, fire lit, car turned over, bottle thrown, nothing. Nothing but the sound of her voice and her Black skin. She was willing to do the time for what she did, but not for who she is, not for what color she is. You shouldn't do time for color. Skin color should not be calculated in the time for jail, but it is. And unfortunately, the bias in our system has not acknowledged that. When you know that you're preventing me from exercising my First Amendment right while allowing other people to do so, let's just call it what it is. Let's say out loud what this is and stop pretending like we don't know what it is. It's racism. And that's why this is so important, because this would not be a case to be talking about if Miss Martin were not Black. In our country, you're supposed to have a First Amendment right to free speech. If we don't allow Miss Martin to have her First Amendment right to free speech, our First Amendment rights to free speech will be supplanted. And that is why it's important.